So good, thank you. Very, very welcome to yet another Wednesday and yet another weekly global mentorship Zoom meeting together with a lot of dedicated people around the world who will speak here today. So today we will take about 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and we will cover some very, very interesting topics. We will have some speech about the Bali Dex, the latest expo in Bali. We will also hear a bit further and deeper about One Academy, and then we will cover some latest updates regarding the EU authority meeting. So we will have a treat for you, definitely. My name is Peter, and I have together with me Fred Fock, who will help me and do what needs to be done. So let me please get to the start and introduce to you the first speaker. And this is a man that I think you all know about. He is stationed in Vietnam. He has been with us since the beginning, since 2014, October. And he has a very, very large business in the One Life community. He is also a master distributor and a crown diamond. So please welcome Mr. Simon Lee. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Perfect, Simon.
Can I open the camera, the video clip? I can open the video.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. I give you the screen. The screen is yours.
Okay. No. So anyway, I try to open the camera, but cannot open the camera. Okay. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, every One Life family member around the world. So again, my name is Simon Lee. I'm so glad to be back for the Zoom webinar after the 3 weeks with some very exciting last couple of days for the event in Bali. So I'm going to share with you what we did and what happening over there. So very, very interesting. And okay, can you see my screen? Okay, let me share with that. Okay. Okay, can you see that?
Not yet, Simon. Not yet.
Hold on. Okay, I opened the setting. Okay, you got it? So
it's a bit of delay, Simon. There's a lot of people in the call, so it can take some time, but I can't see that your screen is shared just yet.
Okay. So can I continue? So very much thank you so much for this wonderful events. I just fly from Bali yesterday, last night, to Inner Mongolia with the 19-hour flight, including the transit time in Beijing. So the last couple of days, that's the Bali Dex, that the expo and mastermind happening in Bali, Indonesia, organized by the team of Dr. Bucha. Bucha is the GLG member, and that's very interesting about this leader. I remember last year in Thailand, Bangkok, December 1st expo, the first time I remember I met him. So seem he go around to see and observe and learn and talk to other leaders. And then in January in Singapore, Terence organized the event. He was there, and he keep learning. He keep go around and learning. And he came to me. He asked Simon. He said, Simon, in Indonesia right now, more or less about 15,000 people member, but we don't have anybody in the GLG. So can you nominate me into the GLG? So after I sit down and chat with Dr. Bucha, I asked a lot of questions about how long he joined the company and how he doing, his background. He very interesting. He's a professor, and he teaching so many courses in university, and he loved One Life One Coin so much. So I introduced and nominated him into the GLG, and from January he became the GLG, the first leader GLG from Indonesia. And then at the end of March, April, when we organized the big expo, 5,000 people, 2-day expo in Vietnam. So Dr. Bucha, he was there. And then he stayed late a couple of days, come to my office and he asked a lot of things, he learned a lot of things, and he said, Simon, I really want to do the big event in Bali. So then we say, okay, go ahead. So that's why the last couple of days, they organize very big event in Bali. So that's why I really want to, what he doing and his team doing for the last couple of days in Bali. I may say excellent, amazing organizing, very professional, hospitality, and a lot of content and meaningful after event. He gathered many people from different organizations, about 40 active leaders to become the committee who organize the event. So what I mean, so the leader, if they really want to stand up and do something for the community, we admire them a lot. Dr. Bucha is one of them. Even though he's only ruby, not emerald yet, because at that time nobody showed him, teach him how to go for the ranking. But with the ruby position, GLC, he did so good job for everybody, and he united the whole Indonesian member together to organize this excellent event. So one more time, thank you so much, Dr. Bucha and the whole team. So let me go with you a little bit further in detail. So we have officially 3 days event. One for the mastermind. So you can see in front of you that the mastermind event organized on the April 30th, the whole day. The wonderful thing is he'd be able to invite very, very high-ranking officials in Bali to grand opening the event over there. So that officer looked like like first or the second, the mayor of the Bali city. So they came with the four people and do the grand opening. And we did sign up some agreement to set up International Digital Economy Association. And they love, the government, the authority over that, they love and they support for the e-commerce. So that's wonderful event because they show up one of the very high ranking officer in the one city, one state. And then we have so many, different speakers around the world. In this event for the mastermind, more or less about 800 members participate for the mastermind. And for the expo, 2,000 people. So you can see on the picture, the officer, they come and they do the grand opening, sign up the agreement to set up the association for the digital economy internationally. And a lot of fun. We got the mic. He on the way from Australia become the MC. So much energy, so much like, he made the whole event, master event is so, everybody is so exciting. And different leader in the circle, GLC, blue, black, diamond, around about 20 countries come to this event. And you can see the list of the speaker, Fernando, the manager of the Hong Kong office. So again, he talking about the history of the One Life, but he really want to educate more about the money, the cryptocurrency, and why the cryptocurrency, blockchain, decentralized, centralized, what the difference. So we learn a lot from the Fernando. And then so many other leaders, they take turn to learn. Mark and Mickey from Japan, they, always their story very, very exciting because they the one who organized many mini expo around Japan, and they the one consistently deliver the webinar, the Zoom 3 times a week in Japan, and they brought the head, the red one with the name "Make One Life Great Again." So we love that head so much. So, and we have a panel for all the franchise holders come and share about how they develop the franchise, the new soccer activity back in their country. So we have a Malika, we have Sina, Dina, Anita. So they take turn to share what they did, how they see, and that's we learn a lot from the top leader for the new soccer. And then Roberto, he shared about why he loved, MLM so much. He the 32 years experience in MLM, and he the black diamond of the One Life. And wonderful thing is, if you see at the bottom of the picture, they have a 3 Vietnamese leader. So because the last periods, we have a totally 2 new diamond in Vietnam. They just come into the business about 6 months, but they work so hard. They focus 100% to build a community. They build a One Life. So they brought the team, about 65 people came to this event in Bali. So again, they the totally new diamond leader. They qualified last time. And yes, we had so many fun together during the 8 hours for the mastermind during the first day. And Expo the day after that. So we have about 2,000 people come to the Expo, about more or less about 65, 70 merchants. And they accept from 20 to 100% want. And so many items we can serve around, and we can buy the t-shirts, the green, the stone, 100% buy one. So they love it so much, And you can see some picture. Even though they have some apartment, 50% on the apartment, luxury apartment, they have a 50 units, 50% cash, 50% buy one. And even though the vegetable, the daily product, they still, that we love, because it's not like we're looking for the big item, just the normal daily product. So everywhere, so people enjoy to look for here and there, to look for the product they love to. And also we have more than 10 merchants from other countries. Besides Indonesia, they come to join and trade the product here. And right after the event, even though very late at 8 p.m., Vietnam team, we have about 135 people came on the way from Vietnam for Bali. So we have a 2-hour meeting after meeting. So we call the recap meeting, because many of them, they cannot speak English, so they cannot follow. So that's why right after the meeting, even though 8 p.m., we have a 2-hour meeting. And we love to see Terence from Singapore. He the GLG and the Diamond. He came and shared with us about the new product, excellent product he's going to put in the new shaker. And he have a very good promotion to be in Singapore during the Christmas 7 days, 6 nights, 7 days, with 100% koi for the hotel. So that's why we love it so much, And thank you so much for, Terence, he come to share with us that night. Okay. And you can see that it's really fun. So in our team, we always say when we work so hard, but when we play, it should be fun. So we have a contest who can do exactly look like the logo, the picture, to win the trophy. So every, like the leader, the member, even the Dr. Bucha, They really want to be like the winner for this trophy. So very fun, very fun. And then we have an traditional, excellent gala dinner in Indonesia. Many performers, they perform with the traditional dance, drum, and music, especially for the fantastic show about the Hanuman. Hanuman is the character in the Hindu religion. So like more than 1 hour show, wonderful. So we love it so much. We love so much. We have we talk, we share, we recognize the new leader, recognition for the new leader from sapphire until diamond. So that night we stay until like 11 p.m. before we leave. Then I'm thankful for Dr. Bucha organized a 2 days tour after the event, because many of us, the first time ever in the Bali, and Bali is that's a very, they're famous for the resource and tourism. So we have a chance to go together, more than 100 people on the 5 bus. We visit a couple of places and learn a lot about the show over there. And then at night, we gather together for the networking with a beautiful dinner before we say goodbye. So very much what I see from Indonesia team during the event in Bali is, first of all, I saw many of them very commitment, even though they different group, but they go together with the Dr. Bucha to organize very good event. Also, I found so many good leaders. I really want to nominate them to become the GLG for the next round. And even though they have a 15,000 member, it's not big, because the country like Indonesia, they have a 265 million people, the 4th largest population in the world. But they have a lot of potential to grow. So now, after the event, even the Bucha, the whole team, very tired. But they share with me, Simon, before I so excited to organize the event. But during the event, before the event, we so tired because of many things we had to organize. But right now, after we finish, we're ready for the next event. And we love to organize the event next year, at least 10,000 people. So that's what the organizer, they told me. And I really like their target. They say with the 265 million people in Indonesia, we can play very big in the ecosystem. And they really want for the next 5 to 10 years, somehow they can get about 1 billion euro value transactions through the deal checker, through the one ecosystem. I say, wow, if Indonesia can do that, every country, small, big country, we can do together. Maybe the one ecosystem or the deal checkers become very important. So again, thank you for your ambitious target to make the deal checker become very big in Indonesia. So move to next one. I really want to share with you the next exciting event around the corner, the end of the month, 3 more weeks in Vietnam. We organized another mastermind event, Expo in Vietnam, in the Đà Lạt city. It's in the Highland city, very beautiful city, just about 40 minutes flight from Ho Chi Minh City. So this time we celebrate 5 years of our company. The company established in September 26, 2014. So this time is very, very good for us, because 5-year anniversary is very important, because many companies, they die, or they went to bankruptcy, or they cannot grow after 5 years. So the statistics, they say only less than 10% of the startup company they can celebrate 5 years and continue to grow big. So we are very few of them. So very much in Đà Lạt, in Vietnam, we plan to have at least 100 merchants, and 20% of them from international merchants. We plan to have about 1,000, at least 1,000 attendees, 250 international leaders, and I got the confirm from the at least 15 deal shaker master franchise around the world. They come because we really want to come to celebrate 5 years together, and we sit down and learn, exchange the experience, how to build the one ecosystem better from now on. So I bought the ticket, the detailed event, the detailed schedule for everybody. So please, if you can, please try to find a way, with the, with your team to invite Vietnam, because that I think that unforgettable, very very excellent event, because that's a good time for all of us to be together, celebrate 5 years of the company and plan a lot of things ahead of us. So again, thank you so much for your listening, and later on maybe some other leader they update for the exchange, how we prepare for the exchange and concept on the other thing. But we 5 years and continue to go, and we celebrate the next year and next year and next year again. So thank you so much for Bangladesh, Dr. Bucha. Thank you for the Vietnam, and on all the organizer for the Vietnam event. Hope to see you soon in Đà Lạt. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everybody. It's Simon.
Thank you very much, Simon Lee, Vietnam. As always, interesting to hear what you have to say. And as you say, right now we are 5 years in, and the coming years will be the most interesting part of the journey. So let us begin right now. So over to the next speaker. This is a guy, yet again a guy. He is a very, very powerful personality, and right now I think he is on the road. So I hope that you have stopped and that you will be careful. But please, King James, my friend, the voice is yours. I will try to unmute you.
Thank you.
Can you hear me, King?
Yes, I'm unmuted. Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Great.
Quite a few
I can see
things
that you're not on the road.
No, when I say on the road, that's Trinidadian slang for saying I'm not in my country. I'm currently in Singapore.
Great.
So I didn't literally mean the road, but I'm currently in Singapore now. I'm in the hotel room, just stopped so I could do this Zoom call with us here to share some information. Thank you for the opportunity to the One Life Network. Thank you, Simon, for that powerful share and the information you just shared with us there. You guys know my topic. My topic is always our product, because I love to remind people what it is we sell, what it is we do, and who we are. This is the hat Simon was talking about. So I said I just wanted to just put it on for a second. Make One Life great again. So I want to touch on One Life Network, and then I want to touch on our product, and then I want to touch about how One Academy is the gateway. But definitely make One Life great again. I know some people are saying all type of things like, what do you mean make it great again? No. We need to face the facts. The facts are that we are currently going through a reshaping, restructuring process, and we need to make One Life great again. And the way we're going to make One Life great again is with the correct message. Too many of us had the wrong message, shared the wrong vision, and believed the wrong things, while the company was always saying the right things. I would have seen many of Dr. Ruja's videos, and she always, in every single opportunity she had to speak, spoke about the education. That went over many people's head, but some people grasped onto it. I know, coming from my leadership, initially, that genealogy tree that I belong to, I know for sure they didn't speak about the product. And I need for us to understand what is the One Life Network. The One Life Network is responsible for selling One Academy packages. We, the One Life Network, have the responsibility of selling One Life Academy packages. We bring in members to the organization by doing what? Offering them the opportunity to participate in understanding. So for me right now, what is the most exciting opportunity available on the face of the earth? What we have right now in the entire world of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, we are the only company that profess, claim, and give the facts that we sell education on this very concept. We are bringing people out of the darkness of financial darkness that they're in and currently into the light that they need to be in. We are shining bright in this industry. So many people are now coming into the conversation of cryptocurrency. And what are they looking for? Understanding. And what is it we have to sell? Understanding. So, how is it persons are saying it is a challenge or it is difficult? Maybe we don't believe enough in our product. Because if we understand our product and understand that we can save someone's life, we will be able to do more. And it's just that simple. Simon just mentioned in Vietnam, they just broke 2 brand new diamonds. That deserves a celebration like no other, because that means they would have had emeralds, rubies, and brand new sapphires in the organization. What are they doing in Vietnam? They're carrying the right message. I know in the Balkan territories, about 32 brand new sapphires was broken. In the Caribbean, a couple of new sapphires was broken as well. What am I talking about? What am I saying? What am I sharing? That there's activity and success across the One Life Network going on, and we need to make sure we talk and we celebrate about it. Because what we are doing now is bringing people in with the right mindset. Not individuals that's going to be asking about the exchange, but individuals that understand what is the exchange. And we are designed for exchange. We are the definition of a true cryptocurrency in the word of what cryptocurrency is aligned to be. And if you don't know what cryptocurrency is supposed to be, it is supposed to be a concept where goods and services are transferred for this digital representation of a payment, this block that we would have that we send from point A to point B. Nowhere in the history, in the very genesis of cryptocurrency, did it say buy for less, sell for more. That is not the definition of cryptocurrency. And if we understand what we are rewriting regarding the history of the world and finance, we will be able to propel ourselves so much further. Too many of us don't understand that the financial education we have to offer is the absolute truth, what they do not teach in school and classes. Our One Academy product is a premier product that every university needs to have regarding finance if we are to teach our children better. We need to understand that we are the population of the world that desires and can make the change that needs to be there. You see, too many of us believe or rely or think that the powers that be are the ones that really are in control. Yes, they manipulate, they do what they want, and they operate how they desire. No problem. But who put the powers that be there? Me and you. So the power resides in the people, and what One Academy does is open that understanding. One Academy open your understanding and give you a gateway to learning depths of truth that you can now propel forward. When I say open a gateway, because they plant the right seeds in your mind, you will now look for the right information and be able to detect what is nonsense and what is true. So for me, one of the things that One Academy would have done was allow me to make sure I learn for profit. Make sure I take a read of this book. And this book, I suggest it be a must read for every single one in the network. I always travel with this book and I always go through it because it's always a tidbit of information in there that adds value. This is a book written by our visionary and founder, and I humbly suggest you get this book in your hand. If you don't have it, find a way to get it. There's no one in our organization that can walk away from this opportunity who would have read this book and who would have thoroughly understand the One Academy for what it has to offer. People pretend to understand, but if they understand fully, how could you leave what positioned you in the first place? What gave you the success in the first place? Most get caught up in ego and self interest and get so aloft that they decide they are higher than they ought to be and they get so smart that they outsmart themselves. Many are here for income, and because the income they have never been accustomed to in their life start to slow down, they look for so many other opportunities. It is disheartening. But what I want to read real quick out of this book is just 2 pages I just want to touch on to help you understand the value that this book brings. First and foremost, it says learning for profit. But in the first maybe 50 pages is nothing but vision board, how to set up your life regarding planning. This is in a detailed way. You would think it's just be numbers and figures and finance, but no, it's an overall healthy book with different takes from persons, where even some individuals that have an idea or a thought is even being challenged and is helping you be reprogrammed because the duck sees things a particular way and she's bringing across her personality in this. And I'm saying to me, how did I get interested in these type of things? By learning the truth about what One Academy has to provide. The moment that it taught me money is whatever we agree upon to exchange for goods and services, I have not been the same human since. So I want to just give you a take. She used a saying by Confucius. Some of you guys may know who Confucius is. And she said, this is what Confucius had to say. A journey of 1,000 steps begins with a single step. Simply means that great accomplishments begin with your willingness to face the inevitable uncertainty of any new enterprise and step out boldly in the direction of your goal. If you want to be more successful, faster, just do more things. Take more action. Get busier. Start a little earlier. Work a little harder. Stay a little later. Put the odds in your favor. According to the law of profitability, the more things you try, the more likely it is that you will try the one thing that will make all the difference. So maybe you have tried many things of your life. This is the one thing that will make all of the difference. Maybe you have been building your business and you try one method, try the next method. Keep trying the method because there is a particular system there and a method there that will make our business a success. Luck is a quite Luck is quite predictable. If you want more luck, take more chances. Be more active. If you seek opportunity, you'll end up with all the security you need. However, if you seek security, you'll end up with neither opportunity nor security. The proof of this is all around us. It is downsizing and reconstructing and corporations where thousands of men and women who sought security are finding themselves unemployed for long periods of time. Friends, I am suggesting to us, as I turn to another page in the book, page 70, I'm not going to go through each one of these, but the key takeaways in page 70 is what I want to talk about, the key takeaways. And the key takeaways in page 70 and 71, she talks about Behind every great achievement, there's a story of sacrifice, discipline, education, and practice. Behind every great achievement, there's a story of sacrifice, discipline, education, and practice. If you want to be a successful, then you have to pay the price today and work on your goals. When the price is clear, the price becomes easy not to accept underperformance. Successful people do not always like the things they do, but they do them anyway. Friends, it's not easy learning on a daily basis, putting yourself in that mind frame to read something positive, to listen to something positive, to find some way to deliver some new message to your group, to your team, to whoever it may be. But if you desire to be successful, whether you like it or not, you understand that you have to do it. So, what I want to employ us to do is to get more active in learning the industry of cryptocurrency from our standpoint, which is the truth. Do not get confused by persons or people who say that a cryptocurrency is backed by a commodity. It is not a cryptocurrency. It will not work. Cryptocurrency is about trust. And that's what I had a chance to share in Bali. The Bali Dex experience was amazing. That entire idea, which was the International Digital Economy Association that Dr. Putra started, it is going to be amazing to help our community enlarge as we move around association, government to government, to bring the real facts to them so they would not be scared, but we will be able to demystify this cryptocurrency concept. Friends, we have all what we need to be successful in our One Academy. I want to share with you that I am not on level 7. Do I have access to level 7? I'm a level 1 specialist. I've went over level 1 numerous of times. I've done level 2, but level 1 in itself has done so much. Are you telling me that we cannot sell a package for 140 euros? Friends, focus and build your business. Keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing of our business is our product. We have the most useful product that the world has ever seen: financial education. This financial education can ignite a natural revolution, which is what is occurring. And if you don't understand what is occurring, get more involved. I will leave you with this, as I think my time is up. Just send me a message if my time is up, Peter. I will leave you with this. The moment you understand that we are a coalition or a union, that's a better example. We are a union. You notice in whatever country you're in, if you understand that you have a chance to form a union, and a union of persons, normally it may be a union for bus drivers, a union of sanitation workers, or employees, whatever it may be. That union, when they come together and they decide we are not going to work for X, or we want this change, or we want that change, that union normally forces the company or the government to come and meet them eye to eye and go into negotiations. We have to become that union in our country and start to build with the concept and the idea of the truth. And the One Academy daily can prove to us that quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending, and these methods that the central banks utilize have been damning to our society. If we pull enough people around this coalition, keeping in mind that the One Academy teaches that the central bank is a private entity from the government. We put the government in power. If we get enough individuals in each country involved in this organization and we build this association, could we not go on strike? Could we not force the government to meet and negotiate with us and tell them we want this cryptocurrency integrated into our payment system? That's all we want, friends, is to be integrated into the world as a payment option. And because we are well positioned and we are border to border, because we are borderless, then we will have the reserved cryptocurrency by education. According to one of my team members, Muriel Azama, she said we have a mass weapon of instruction. This is the mass weapon of instruction that we have, that we can create naturally through our educating process and not by force, like the US would have done to get their US dollar to have dominance. They did it by force, they did it by pushing, they did it in every way you could think that is negative. We are doing it in every way positive. That's my time and some more. I thank you. Look forward to continue building business with you. One life for more life, one's out.
King James, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much, and welcome to our Wednesday Zoom call. This is how we do it. Very powerful, and this is exactly what is needed, more knowledge about our product. So let me just went over to Dusan Torbica in Serbia. We're gonna have some clarifying about how the exchange updates are going. So please, Dusan.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, previous speakers about presentation. Thank you for nice presentation for everybody which you shown. I will now start. I don't have a lot of time for updates about exchange. Let's see and share the screen. Everybody waiting for that, and which before the launch, of course, it's more important that all members prepare for it. You know, to get proper education, to be prepared for it, to know what to do when it's up. So that's what we need to do right now. So I will share the screen. You will see. Give me a sec. Cryptocurrency exchange. All what is work for a long time. It's a process. It's not the push of the button. So it's a long process of being listed on cryptocurrency exchange, especially nowadays when regulations, crypto regulations are pretty fast around the globe, especially in European Union and abroad. So that's what need to be done according to all regulation which is happening right now. So we will start about report you had every Friday or sometimes be at the Monday exchange report. We will continue with it now exclusively on this webinar. You will see this slide is saying that I am prepared. Of course, I am. To be honest, because following a lot of news, educate myself. So I hope that you are doing the same. Yes, it's very important. I am same IMA as you, so I'm not corporate representative. I always saying that. And please don't scratch that on screen. Please don't do that. I urge members to don't make those on screen. And it's about time to start the preparation for the launch of the exchange. Yes, for sure. So follow the newsletter, weekly updates, information articles which upcoming training, of course, exchange news and educational materials. So follow that official materials, be updated. Of course, this webinar is also mostly from GLG and Circle members and guided from corporate. So what we speak and what we do is purely followed and supported by corporates, so we are really careful what we speak and what we do, of course. That's called the responsibility. You will see this is week 18, and there is ongoing work for the exchange about the limits. Limits are based on the liquidity, and you need to know about limits. There is no limits applicable from wallet to wallet, as it's called internal transfers, which means for the transfer between the members in the network. It's called practically internal transfer, so for that will be no limits. But ongoing work is for limits on selling orders, which should be on the exchange when it's exchanged from one cryptocurrency to fiat currency, etc. So that's ongoing work for that, especially because it's very important part. There will be two types of limits by compliance and limits for trade. However, limits defined with the liquidity account are only for one coin cryptocurrency, and you can see they apply as long as the exchange is dealing at the equivalent of the threshold of US $10,000 or below. So that's some cap. For all other fiat and cryptocurrencies, the limit is $10,000 per operation per client per month. So that is something which you need to know. Of course, liquidity account and everything can change when it comes to limits, I suppose, with time. Depends on the demand and the liquidity account. You know, as demand is higher for the cryptocurrency one, of course, that liquidity account will be a bit stronger, and those limits can change in favor for users. But for now, it's like this, and of course, it's ongoing work for those limits still. Compliance platform, as you know, will be up and running by mid-September, and that platform is really important also. It gets also API links to both check and Go anti-money laundering are provided. It will be audited by European authority. So you can see Go anti-money laundering, you can see that application on the internet. It's by very important institution is made. You can check that. And of course, for your information, training video for preparation on exchange functionalities will soon be available. So you need to follow such a thing. Licensing and IT. This is for non-European, to members know. This is for non-European countries. Currently waiting for the exact date for the physical meeting with central bank. So also, this is new, a special working permit to be obtained soon. Engagement fee is paid. So once that site visit is completed and those small operation details are cleared out, then exchange company will receive that temporary permission allowing to start setup and operations. This is for non-European licenses. For compliance, you can see by countries. You will see in the next speaker, we speak about that. By countries, what are responses from countries about the exchange, about is it possible there? So you will see about that. That is very important thing. And exchange companies sent reminders to countries, of course, about that matter. You will see a response a little later. This is a very important one. Directive from 2018, which amended to so-called fifth directive, entered into force on 9 July 2018, and UA member countries are required to bring their national laws into line with it by January 10, 2020. In every member country, an interministerial working group has been gathered in order to be implement the amendments in their national law regarding the crypto exchange and remittance services. Which means, and you see in the news around the world, you can see about now Netherlands, about Germany, about those processes that crypto exchange practically need to go through that approvals and their control, which is and you can see that is by that fifth directive need to be done by January 10, 2020. And that's a very positive thing. So rules and regulation about crypto exchanges and remittances is going very fast. Okay, let's skip this. European license. Meeting with Central Bank for European Authority, which you saw in the last webinar, and compliance and anti-money laundering, combating financing terrorism procedure has been approved, signed and stamped. Risk management also has been approved. Very great news. Compliance risk assessment policy describes the guidelines which constitute a solid basis for effective compliance risk assessment. There are two stages, actually, onboarding stage about client profile assessment, and it's based on 5 parameters. You can see what are those 5 parameters. National identity, matches world check, which can be positive, possible negative, possible positive, false, etc. Identity documents verification through world check, not verified, verified. It's about about KYC procedure and those checking, exposure, and general verification in social media have to be done manually for start applying scoring. So you can see this is something new, and this is something which practically coming from responsible authorities, and this is actually very good, because on the market there is a lot of wild market actually right now, and my opinion is that need to be get it done rightly, and the rules are known. So this need to be done on proper way. So this is great way what exchange company trying to make with responsible authorities. Second stage is ongoing risk assessment. Sorry, is based on two things, which is flow of funds and transaction control. The operations and cash flows have been discussed, including disaster recovery and business continuity planning. Stress test has been run. Also, it's negotiated that the leverage technique will be used. You can see BCP are approved, which is business continuity plan, which means a backup plan about how the exchange will operate in case the platform crashes down. So practically that's approved, which if exchange platform crashes down, what will be a backup plan? That's also approved. Also, it's approved disaster recovery plan, which means how to proceed if servers are completely shut down. So that's also approved. Operations are also approved. Let's continue. Regarding the licenses, you can see the licenses were approved and they will be released, but there is a specific requirements in order to be applied in order to start that operation. Of course, exchange company employs, because central bank required, 3 persons in positions which is mentioned above. That's compliance officer, internal control officer, and external auditor. Also, there is agreement for leverage policy. Capital is not accepted, but it's negotiated that the exchange company will leverage one time after. So that capital was not accepted by central bank, but it's negotiated that the exchange company practically will leverage that one time after. You can see about limits that monthly turnover loss per client per month is $10,000. Exchange company has to combine already built limits with the new requirements. What is now very important, and I'm finishing practically, is that the form order of currencies has been submitted. So fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies are sent and they are on approvals. Of course, another speaker, my friend Peter, will speak about it. And you need to know also that if on exchange are approved cryptocurrency or fiat currencies, especially crypto, which are not gone through the approval with central bank, exchange company, and can get 1 fine. If they get 3 fine, 3 mistakes, for example, that license can be stopped or declined. So there is no place for mistakes, and everything needs to go according to rules and with work with central banks. So that is a must. And you can see that expect start working days after all above mentioned additional requirements are met. Then and of course community when is prepared for such a big I calling it start, not the end, and then practically probably we can be ready for it. So I have some delay for slides. Give me a sec. And Of course, for an update, you can see the latest corporate promotions, news, and materials are also released every Monday. If for one newsletter, and there is a link down. You need to subscribe there. You also have on the One Life website there is to subscribe, to put your email, and then you will get every Monday you will get official newsletter from the corporate. There is I'm very proud to see that every week, every Monday, it's practically those newsletters is richer and richer. A lot of material is there about franchise, about promotions, about exchange things, about everything practically. And of course, follow the webinars every Wednesday. And thank you for time and to listening. Peter, thank you.
I'm with you, Dusan. Thank you very, very much for clarifying and give us some new updates as well. And of course, this webinar will be recorded. So if you do not get it all, please listen once again, and then you can also pause and read through it. So what I would like to do is to go basically, just wait a second. I'm going to share with you some things, and I just wanted to take away the possibility to draw on my screen. I'm going to share with you something that's new that you didn't know about, and this information came to us today, especially for this webinar. So what is important to know right now is last week we could see that the company has sent down what kind of crypto coins and tokens that will be on the exchange if all is approved by the authorities. So these are the ones who will be released in its first version, and they of course need to be approved by the authorities, by the central bank. And this is regarding to European now. As Dusan spoke about, there will be a European and there will be a non-European. So this applies to the European license. And as you can see, there are not only one coins, means our one, as you can see down here. We also will have Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, a lot of all different coins on the exchange, of course. So we're gonna head over to the next picture, which will show you the fiat currencies that will be on the platform. And once again, when you listen to this and you can press pause, then you can also read through these slides carefully. The fiat currencies for the exchange, it's these as you can see on the European license exchange. So up here we of course have the Swedish krona, and there is Danish krona, Norwegian krona, Australian dollar, and a lot of currencies for sure. And as you know, there will be able to be trades between fiat to fiat, coin to fiat, fiat to coin, or crypto as we would like to call it, and crypto to crypto of course. So these are the fiats for the exchange. And it has come to our attention that CoinSafe will be run out of time. And bear in mind that 2 months after the exchange has been operational, you will not be able to use CoinSafe anymore. So if you would like to put your coins into CoinSafe to receive more interest on your coins, please do so now. And this is for everyone, of course. If you have them already in CoinSafe, they will be just as it is, and then they will be unclosed if you unclose them when the time has matured. So this is a part of 9 months strategy that I guess there will be a lot more information about the 9-month strategy, but this is one of them. And what we need to do, many people think that when we launch the exchange, well, then it's the end, then we can do whatever we want to straight away. Everything will just work perfectly fine. But what you need to know is when we launch the exchange, that's when we actually will start. What we have done now is just the foreplay. to be able to launch such a thing that we can figure out and make much, much more stronger. And we need to do it together. We have the power, definitely, because we have One Life Network, and One Life Network is a massive power. As you can see, the amount of problems we have gone through, we are still here, we're still strong, and we will definitely win this race. Yes, okay. So this will be a lot of reading, and this is the outcome and the answers from several countries. What I want you to be aware of is the colors up here. The green is the colors for the countries that will start if no further regulations is a must. And so when you go through these slides, you can see that if your country has a green color on it, then they will be on from the start. What you can see, if there is a country that if you live in a country that is not represented on these slides, do not worry, because there are regulations and other things that has to be defined, and they will be on the slides further on. So countries where will be start after some preparation process are the blue ones, and the gray ones are local license, and maybe further arrangements will be done. It's time consuming. Yellow are not enough information, and the red it's not allowed. We need to, or the corporate needs to have further discussions with the regulations country-wise. So here we can see India, Vietnam, green, Estonia, green, Greece, Italy, green, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Netherlands, and Norway. So yeah, that is that, and we have more slides for countries. Poland has a lot of text here, Portugal as well. Slovakia, Slovenia is green. And then we have Spain, Sweden, Russia, among others, who are green. So if you do believe, and if someone has told you that people do not work down in Sofia, that the people do not do what it takes, well, then you're wrong. You know what it takes to have a communication and speak to every country regarding this. This is a lot of work that needs to be done. And we are basically there. We are basically on the finish line. There is not much more that needs to be done. Of course, we need to have the coins approved for the exchange. Otherwise, we cannot start it. And those coins are sent down for approval. So keep on following the updates. And a reminder to end up with, this is sent out in the latest newsletter from corporates. So according to the recent updates about which territory the exchange platform is going to operate on, Dealshaker will be needing its new franchise representatives for the following countries. So it's Montenegro, it's Lebanon, Netherlands, Slovakia, Hungary, and Slovenia. So please, we are 1,000 people on here, and there will be a lot more listening to this call afterwards on the recording. So if you have a very good representative, please contact franchise@dealshaker.com to send in your proposal. And of course, who will be able to run a franchise? Well, you definitely need to know the vision and be a good candidate. But you know who you are, and you know your abilities. We are on a journey, ladies and gentlemen, and the journey is about to really kick off. And I'm very, very proud of being a part of these guys and ladies that host these Zoom calls. So next week there will be new speakers. We will have more information, and I really urge you to rise up and to get in there together with us, because we are very, very strong. And together for more is the slogan that we have. And if we keep on pushing, and if we keep on uniting ourselves to work for the same goal, well, no one can stop us, can they? If they haven't stopped us during these 5 years, what can stop us now? So thank you very, very much. I want to thank all the speakers. I want to thank Simon, Dushan. I want to thank King James for being on this call. And I want to thank all the attendees And we were 1,000 people today. A lot of people didn't have the possibility to join in. So take care now wherever you are, whether it's morning, night, middle of the day. Keep on fighting, and we will talk to each other next week. So take care now. Bye-bye.